Joining us now, Charles Marino, former Secret Service special agent, who has been here with us on the Hill throughout, almost day after day, week after week, as more of these reports and stories come out. Charles, progress being made. Hello, nice to see you. What would you say to the head of the Secret Service after that being the response to this report?
Well, you know, Ron Rowe's got a little bit of a Kamala Harris problem for himself. He's talking about turning the page, but yet he's been part of the problem for the past 3.5 years, serving as deputy director while all of this was going on. Look, these are stinging words in this report for the Secret Service to have to read and hear: bureaucratic, complacent. You brought up corrosive, all with the backdrop of a lack of critical thinking outlined in the report. But they needed to be said, and they needed to be heard by the agency. Change is needed, and it's needed quickly. And I'll tell you, the bluntness of this report is no surprise to me, having worked for Janet Napolitano for 3 years and also knowing Fran Townsend. These are straight shooters that call it as it is, like I try and do here each night for you. And that is, they know the importance of the Secret Service mission. They don't suffer a fool, and they believe in accountability. And that's what you see in terms of the tone of this overarching report, and it's hard to dispute the findings.
One of the interesting parts here, Charles, is this suggestion that money wouldn't just solve this. Can't buy love with money, can't buy happiness with money. There's a lot of things you can't buy with money, but there's some things you can, a lot of things you can. And is the suggestion that simply money doesn't fix this, does that fly with you or no?
Well, it does. Certainly money wasn't what caused the problems in Butler, Pennsylvania, or in Florida on that golf course. It was the Secret Service choice to staff the detail of the former president according to his title, as opposed to properly resourcing to the threat level. Look, ultimately down the line, the Secret Service needs to be self-sufficient. They need to be able to sustain their own operations. So that means moving the Secret Service from a mindset and operation of a local police precinct to that of a Fortune 500 company. That's always been their problem. There has been a lack of big thinking in the areas of technology and becoming this dynamic agency to meet the dynamic threat environment. So ultimately, they need to get there. But right now, I agree with that. Money is not the issue. And by the way, is the leadership in place to know what to do with that money when and if it comes?
Charles Marino, former Secret Service special agent. I'm sure we'll talk to you again soon. Thank you, sir. Thank you for watching. And make sure you go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.